In today's video, I'm going to be discussing what everyone gets wrong about Social Security and why there's so much confusion around this program. I have all the details for you right here in the video. Let's get into it and discuss what's going on. First off, thanks so much for liking and sharing this video with those buttons right down below the video. I really do appreciate it. Also, as long as you're down there, if you have not done so yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day, and we've all got to stick together right now. It's a really weird time, and if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know that there's a lot of changes out there on the table to reform Social Security in a major way. So again, thanks so much. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, and let me talk through what's going on. All right, so there's a lot of confusion about Social Security. Like I said, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel, or if you've been reading information or seeing videos or anything like that, you know that there's a ton of proposals, ideas, concepts, plans, proposals, pieces of legislation, the list goes on and on, of all the different things they want to do to Social Security. Okay, are they going to do all of this? Are they going to do none of it? Are they going to do some of it? What's the situation here and why? I mean, that's a big question as well, is why? Why are they doing this? Why are they talking about all of this, right? I think we all want to know that too. Why are they trying to fix something that may not be broken? Well, here's the situation. Right now, Social Security is technically not broken. The program is working great, right? Beneficiaries are getting checks. About 70 million people get benefits from Social Security every single month. It seems really good, right? What's broken with the program besides the fact that some beneficiaries are getting benefits significantly below what they need to, the raises are not high enough, it's leaving some seniors behind, some people with disabilities behind. Again, there's a lot of different things about the program that could certainly be fixed about it. I totally 100% agree with that. However, what is the main reason why they want to reform Social Security? Reason being, to avoid insolvency. That's literally the reason why, okay? If we had no threat of insolvency at some point in the next, call it 9-ish years or so, they would not be introducing all these different changes to Social Security. They would just be saying, leave it alone. Don't touch the program. It's fine. We don't need to make any changes to it, right? That's exactly what would be going on. But since we're faced with this whole idea of potential insolvency, in other words, the trust fund being completely dry, as in all the money being gone, it's all distributed to the beneficiaries and things like that. And the trust fund, or think of it this way, okay? This is another confusing part. The trust fund. Really, what is the trust fund? Think of it this way. It's a savings account. It's literally a savings account for Social Security. They call it a trust fund, but that's what it is, okay? It has a bunch of money in it. What is it? $2.788 trillion based on the most recent Social Security Board of Trustees report. It's a lot, just a little under, what, $3 trillion? Talking a lot of money here, right? But it's going to be completely out of money. The savings account will be drained in about 10 years, 9 years, give or take a little bit based on the reports you look at. So, okay, now what happens then? Do we just kiss Social Security goodbye and say, well, it was nice knowing you. You were around for about, give or take, almost 100 years, 97-ish years or so. It was really fun. Glad you were around for that long, but now it's all over, right? No, that's not what happens whatsoever to Social Security. And again, this is the big confusion part, okay? I want to make this very clear, okay? And again, this is what the reports are all, very important because we need to continue watching these numbers as they change. Okay, so in the event the trust fund runs dry, as in the savings account, the trust fund, whatever we want to call it these days, again, trust fund technically, but let's just say that it's completely empty, as in they blew it, lawmakers didn't do any major changes to it, they didn't reform the program, and the trust fund has completely run out of money. Uh-oh, do we all lose our benefits now? And, we try to have to go back to work at the age of, 70, 75, 80, 85 to go back to work and get a job to sustain our retirement and things like this. No, that's actually not the case whatsoever. Here's the situation and why it's so confusing and why there's a lot of information suggesting that, oh, it's the end of Social Security, they're bankrupt, they're going away, things like that. False, not happening. It's not going anywhere, okay? And that's exactly what I want to share for you here in this video. Here's the situation. In the event the trust fund runs dry, okay, it's not ideal. It's not a good thing. We don't want that to happen. But if it does, it's not the end of the world, okay? It is not like the biggest deal ever, okay? If Social Security goes away and Social Security goes like bankrupt and completely gone, it disappears, it evaporates, the program goes away, that is the worst case scenario. That'd be a really bad thing for a lot of people that are relying on benefits, right? That's not happening. However, in the event that the trust fund actually does run dry, as in it's completely out of money, they distributed all the money and it's all gone, okay? In the event that that happens, benefits do not end. Benefits are not going anywhere. At that time, that is where the whole cuts to benefits would come in, okay? Let me explain it really quickly. So this changes every single year. I want to emphasize that as well. Every year when we get the report out of the Social Security Board of Trustees, that is the report that we want to continue watching because they look at the finances of the program and they project out, okay, based on the current numbers here, based on the current trajectory, based on the current levels of income coming in, things like this, looks like we're going to have to cut benefits by X amount, okay? So the most recent Social Security Board of Trustees is showing in the event of the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund. Remember, there's two different trust funds, the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund or the Disability Trust Fund. They pay out benefits to different beneficiaries, right? But the one that's facing insolvency is the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund. In the event that this trust fund runs out of money, do we kiss our benefits goodbye and that's it? No. Benefits are cut. According to the most recent Social Security Board of Trustees report, benefits would be cut by about 21%. That's it, okay? Life goes on. It would not be ideal. Don't get me wrong. This would not be a good situation. This would not be ideal. We do not want this to happen. But if it does happen, we'll still go on. Life will go on. We'll still get benefit checks. But how? They ran out of money. How can they pay out benefits when there's no money in the trust fund? They can because remember, they're still collecting money through Social Security payroll taxes. So 6.2% from the employee, another 6.2% from the employer, a total of 12.4% is being collected from every single person that's out there working every single time, right? Every single month or whatever, this money is coming in. So the point is, the money coming in through Social Security payroll taxes is still money available that they could just push right back out the door to the beneficiary. Does that make sense? So the money comes in, income to Social Security through payroll taxes collected, and then they push it right back out to the beneficiary. The problem is the output is more than the input. Does that kind of make sense? So the output, as in benefits going out to beneficiaries, is more than is what is coming in through income through Social Security payroll taxes. Therefore, they would have to reduce benefits by 21%, according to the reports here, in order to send out those benefits. So let me give you a real dollar example here. In the event of insolvency, let's just say that somebody, for easy math purposes here, let's just say that somebody's receiving a $1,000 monthly benefit. Insolvency hits. Oh no, right? They need to cut benefits by 21%. Okay, fine. That $1,000 monthly benefit has now reduced to $790. A $210 decrease in benefits. That is what a 21% cut to benefits would look like, okay? That is what would happen, according to the most recent reports. Between now and the date of insolvency, in about, again, 9 years, give or take, a little bit depending on the reports, that number is going to change. It could jump all the way up to, call it, 25, 27, 29, 30%, something like that, by the time we get out another 9 years from now. It could go down as well. It could go down to 17%, 15%, 13%, 9%. It could go down anywhere. But it's likely going to change between now and then. That is the purpose behind this, okay? So long story short here, there's all these reports and people that think that as soon as the trust fund runs dry, that we're all done. That's it. Benefits are over. Long story short, Social Security is gone. No, that's not what happens whatsoever. It simply just means that the benefits are not able to be paid out at the current levels that they are, and benefits would have to be cut to only be able to pay out the benefits coming in, the money coming in through the Social Security payroll taxes is the only money they'd be able to pay out. Does that make sense? So going forward into the future, what do we want to see? Well, I can tell you a couple things. Strong employment would be good. Strong income would be good, okay? A large labor participation rate would be good, right? Why? The more people paying in through Social Security payroll taxes that are working and having an income, the more people paying in means the more money coming into the Social Security Trust Fund, pushing out insolvency. So, as I speak right now, the most recent labor participation rate numbers came in at 62.5%. In other words, anybody between the ages of 16 and 65, okay? Anybody between that age range who is able-bodied. Basically, 62.5% are working, and the other 37.5% are not working whatsoever, okay? Not contributing anything to the Social Security Trust Fund through payroll taxes. Does that make sense? Okay, so if we can bump that number up, which I'm going to say this much, that number is going to continue going down. Why? Because nobody wants to work anymore? Let's just say it how it is, okay? Let's just be real about the situation. Nobody wants to work. Let's just be real. Have you tried to hire anybody lately? Good luck. Good luck finding a reputable, reliable person that actually shows up for work, number one. And if they actually show up in the first place, which, by the way, good luck on that one. If they actually show up, they'll actually complete the day's work. And if they do that, which again, good luck finding someone that actually do that. If they actually do that, good luck getting them to show up day 2 and day 3 and day 5 and day 7. Yeah, good luck. All of that, I'm going to wish you a very good luck on that because it's not going to happen. Yeah, not happening, okay? It is like impossible to find anybody who's reliable and actually wants to do something these days, right? So my point is, I only foresee the labor participation rate going down more and more and more into the future because nobody wants to show up for work. Nobody wants to do anything, right? So with that being said, the less people in the labor participation rate, the less people working means less people paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. The less taxes coming in, the faster the trust fund is going to drain out, and just faster that insolvency potentially hits, and those cuts come into benefits as well. Now, one last side note here, well, not side note, one last point here I want to hit on, and then I'm going to wrap this video up, which is this much. If the Social Security Administration combines the two trust funds together, the Disability Trust Fund and the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, if they were to combine them, which they can't, legally they cannot do that right now. It is illegal. Illegal to do that. Illegal, going to jail, you're arrested, done, right? Okay, that's a little extreme. It's not happening. But my point is, they would have to change the law in order for that to happen, okay? But if they did combine the two trust funds, the Disability and the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, this would push out insolvency until 2035. So we would get about 2 more years of insolvency, or solvency, I should say, 2 more years of solvency if they were to combine the trust funds. That's it, okay? So there you go. So anytime we hear about all these numbers and the years and the dates and all this good and bad and all that whatever, that's what it comes down to. Regardless of what happens here, if we want Social Security to survive for many more years and decades into the future, it needs an injection of cash. However they're going to do that, that's not for me to decide. I don't know. I don't know the best solution going forward. I could certainly give you some proposals. But any of them that are out there right now, they're all garbage. These little plans that lawmakers keep coming up with, they mean nothing. They keep playing the same plays out of the same playbook. It doesn't work. I don't know how they don't get this, okay? It's like they don't have any ability to be creative. But anyway, that is what it comes down to. So this is what they have to figure out. This is the situation they have to figure out. If they don't, well, then we're going to have insolvency. Here's what I anticipate, okay? This is just my opinion on this. I bet, again, if I'm a betting kind of person, which I am, I'm a betting kind of guy, okay? I love betting, okay? But anyway, if I were to bet on this, here's what I anticipate happens. 1 to 2 years before insolvency hit. That's it, okay? They're going to milk this thing out until 1 to 2 years before insolvency hit, possibly even within 1 year of insolvency, okay? So basically between, less than 2 years between, the date of insolvency, they're going to come forward, lawmakers are going to pass some piece of legislation, they're going to instruct the Federal Reserve to print up, call it $2, $3, $4, $5 trillion, something crazy like that, and they're basically just going to hand it over to Social Security. That's it. That's all the play is going to be, okay? That's my opinion on this thing. That's how I think they get out of this, is all they do is they pass legislation, they basically mint up a little, $5 trillion coin, or, $1 trillion coins, or maybe it's 3 trillion, 2 trillion, I don't know. It's a couple $1 trillion. It's a handful of $1 trillion. And they instruct the Federal Reserve to print it up, and they literally just push it over to Social Security. That's it. That's the play, okay? That's how I feel that they're going to do this. They may try to raise the full retirement age. I do foresee them doing that as well. I do think they're also going to raise taxes. They're also probably going to try to hammer higher income people. But other than that, that's not going to do enough. That's not nearly going to raise the amount of money that they need to save Social Security. But they're probably just going to print it. That's it. That's all they ever do. Print money, right? Why not? When you got yourself a printing press, use it, right? And that's what they love to do. Use that printing press. But again, what's the problem with printing money? They inflate our dollars. Well, they inflate everything, and they deplete the purchasing power of our dollars. So our $1 today is worth way more than it is in 10 years, guaranteed, because of inflation and depletion of purchasing power. That's what happens. The demise of the dollar. Dollar will be gone someday. It's not going to be that long, okay? The dollar will be completely worthless paper crap that we're just going to burn because it's completely worthless. Why would we do anything with it? It'll have no value, right? So anyway, By the way, don't burn money. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm simply saying it's going to be completely worthless more than it is today. Money basically today is worthless. It gets you nothing, right? $1 today gets you basically nothing, right? So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. That's my little rant for today. So if you liked it, again, please subscribe down below. Like the video, share the video. Go and check out any of the videos here on the channel. Leave a comment, question, feedback down below. Check out the videos in the video library. Thousands there as well. The ones I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comments section. Right now popping up on your screen. Check out some of those. And until next time,